Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all those listening on the new frontier of communication, the radio, or as my folks call it, the funny box. On today's program, we have a variety for you. We're going to start with a new jazz track, then bringing some church to your living room, and finally, a special report dedicated to the beloved circus elephant, Topsy. We're starting with a smooth track published under Such Sweet Thunder from the Jazz Septet arrangement, fresh out of the famous borough of Harlem. It's Jelly Roll Morton's Red Hot Peppers with Smokehouse Blues. You see, the boss slid this story on my desk, this Topsy death, and I didn't like what I read. I couldn't fix to speak it on the air. I went back and forth, say it, don't say it, until I couldn't take it no more. So, to shake the cobwebs out of my own head about it, I stepped into the Paddywhack pub to pick myself a bone. What I found was the truth. You looking for company?
Looking for company. What are you, one of those queers?
The only thing that's queer around here is the way you're dodging my question.
Question? I got a question for you. Who sent you?
You want to know who sent me? Topsy. At the mention of Topsy, he straightens up. He grabs his arm.
Ain't nobody said that name to me in a long time. But you ain't getting a nickel out of me before paying a dime.
Then let me buy you a drink.
I'll be damned if I turn down a free drink. But keep your hands to yourself.
2 lagers.
Stop, lager. Make it 3.
Cheers. What's the matter with that cheers of yours, bub? It's a little weak.
Weak? What? You wanna arm wrestle me, macho man?
I don't want no trouble. I didn't think I struck a nerve.
No. You wanna arm wrestle a crippled man. Make him feel small. You wanna know why my cheers are so weak? You wanna know so bad? I'll show you.
Thought I have to buy you another drink before you start showing me.
My God, put that thing away. I keep telling you, Johnny, put that freak arm away.
My God, what happened to you?
You see, I was the Coney Island Circus. All 3 rings were my district, and I was the mayor.
You were a ringmaster, and you yelled like a girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, shut up!
Well, I've been looking through the papers for a story I've been working on, and reports claim that she was a bad elephant, that she trampled 3 men into red and pink pancakes.
Well, forget what you've heard about Topsy. She was a diva, but a damn good performer. And she sailed in from the Far East, little gray runt, but she had big dreams. See, her mom was a Southern belle, teaching the carpetbagger babies their letters while Pops got some shrapnel in his knee. And kept the whiskey flowing even if it meant beating it out of Topsy.
That was you, Johnny. Quit anthropomorphizing animals to project your trauma on the clientele.
What do you mean? What does Topsy have to do with your arm?
I swung at her, and she swung back. All those rounds in the ring.
You were mistreating that poor elephant.
Mistreating? You act like there's some sort of manual for keeping an elephant. You whip it into shape and you get results. It's called common sense.
Common sense ain't so common, I see.
What do you know? Coming in here, making judgments, picking around places you ain't got no business.
Oh, I got business. Here's enough for those pints, you drunk. He swings at me with that busted arm of his, topples out of his seat and splats on the pub floor.
Now what are you looking at? Huh? Hey! What are you doing? Stop that! Quit throwing things at me!
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get back to the... And we're back. You're listening to WJZ's Circus of America with your host, Tony Marconi. We've got a sermon from above delivered by none other than Father Charles Coughlin.
Yesterday I made the announcement that your battle is not against flesh and blood. It's not against men. Your battle is not against flesh and blood.
We're stumbling out of the bar. I was thinking less with my noggin and more with my Johnson, and found myself in the Tenderloin Red Light District. That land-bound Amazon aisle, only $3 an hour for heaven on earth. Provided by Madame Curie's top shelf cuddlers. Go in, unwind, unload, and leave. Instead, I got a rather stimulating conversation.
It's open. Whoa, big boy.
Sorry, it's been a hard night.
Already? Come here and take a load off, stud. Now tell me, what's on your mind? You're tense, huh?
You ever get that feeling like you're on a tightrope, balancing truth with common sense?
Every day, walking the line between being a classy woman like my mama raised me and being a woman of the night. It ain't peaches and cream, I'll tell you that much. But now, what makes you think truth's more important than putting food on your plate?
Topsy.
Topsy? Now, I remember that my no-good daddy would drop me off at Coney Island and schmooze all the sun out of the sky in those dusky brothels. I'd sit there and I'd watch Topsy and those clowns all day. It's a shame the way those media men made a circus out of her death.
All those news people telling her story slant.
Ain't that just the way? They love stripping a misunderstood woman of her dignity.
That's not all that's getting stripped tonight.
I sure hope not. Come here, you drunk hunk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I gotta make sure your whistles are clean. There's something going around, you know.
I do know. What do you know?
I know I gotta turn down 3 busters in the last week. Coming up in here with that scaly, bumpy skin.
Look like the skin of an elephant?
Sure does. And we can't be catching that. You know how these things start. You don't cut it here, it spreads to the whole town. And by the time the news gets a hold of it...
it's too late.
You think the folks at the funny papers can throw their weight around? That they just stop death before we notice? They're just vultures, waiting to dive headfirst into some red meat.
I'm getting a hankering for some red meat right now.
Ooh, you devil.
And now, the special report on the 25th anniversary of the death of beloved circus elephant, Topsy. Sorry folks, I'm just getting a little emotional. A little sapped.
All right. Phony Marconi. You got that report?
Boss, this isn't what happened. This isn't what I found in my research.
Research. It's the entertainment column. We're not some eugenics project. You're supposed to write about the anniversary of Topsy's tumble.
That's not the complete story.
Yes, it is. And that's what you're gonna be reading on air.
But sir, there are dire questions to be answered.
Save them for after the broadcast.
You're asking me to fill my listeners' ears with cotton courtesy of General Electric. Why was his shock plate used to electrocute an elephant? Filmed on his camera.
You're a good reporter, Marconi. But you don't want to bark up this tree.
Why don't we break the real story about what's spreading in these streets? On their hands and bodies, those poor lesson...
You're gonna be poor if you don't read that script. Jesus, Marconi, what's gotten into you?
Why was Topsy electrocuted?
She was a bad elephant.
She's an animal. Who are you to dictate her morals? What would you do? Shit from Timbuktu to Tallahassee, your tusks still nubs, unable to defend yourself against the drunken carnies. What would you do?
You said it. It's a damn animal.
So are we! This isn't entertainment anymore. This is coercion. I want the truth.
Boy, you don't know what it takes to print those papers you put your pretty little words on. You don't know who cuts the checks, who waxes the seals that need to be slapped on every story. The truth is bigger than you can imagine. Bigger than some elephant.
What's bigger than an elephant?
Money.
That's what this is all about?
Yes! Now you get on the air and go read that script, or you're clearing out your desk tonight. Now go read that script.
No, I can't. I can't. I can't. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the anniversary of the death of our beloved Topsy. But her death was no showcase of innovation. It was the same thing we've been doing to each other since the dawn of time. Stabbing and maiming and blaming that which we don't understand.
Marconi!
And the consequences are all around us. The hatred spreading around like a disease, making us callous and misshapen and cold to each other. We're losing our hearts. 25 years now.
Marconi!
And you only hear about it once. It's too late. It's all... it's all gone. It's all gone. It's all gone. Turfy! Topsy! No!
This is Jam.
I'm Ezra, and this was Topsy's Revenge for V89 News, Vox Populi.